Thank you, Kat. Hey, it's Chris and Solomon. Welcome to our special Friday night broadcast. We're very excited. We actually have 4 games tonight, which is pretty cool. So we'll be jumping around to all of them. This is the extra round.
Yeah, so the U.S. Open has a big field of players, but the Masters, since it's slightly more prestigious, they have
$5,000 in prizes for the Masters.
Yeah, they have the strong players play an extra round just to help.
Yeah, why do they play the extra round?
Just
other than just give us an extra game to broadcast, which we appreciate.
Just to give the strong players some additional chance to create separation, additional chance to take down the point leader.
So speaking of which, I think those of you who tuned in earlier, expecting, as we had advertised in the e-journal, that Eric would be playing HanHan because they were both 4-0. That did not happen this morning because the idea was that the two would meet tonight when we would have a bigger audience.
Most likely undefeated, but actually Eric
lost. So, but we still have HanHan and Eric tonight.
Well, I don't think it's. I don't know that it's a bad thing as far as what we can expect from the game. I think now Eric's going to be hungry.
Eric,
this is the chance to not only player, but to give himself a chance to win the whole thing.
And I will tell you, Eric was in early, sitting at the board, ready to play, very focused. I'm sure he was disappointed with his loss this morning. Those of you that have been watching board one, we've just been watching it and trying to figure out the next moves. And there is definitely, it's interesting. The other boards are pretty far along.
Yeah, and they're really taking their time.
They are really taking their time.
I mean, if Eric does win, I guess someone in the chat in the previous stream had asked about SOS scores.
Yes.
So when it comes to tiebreakers, if both players end the tournament, say 6-1, then whoever had more difficult opponents,
right,
wins. So the tiebreaker is the sum of your opponent's scores. So all other things being equal, if your opponents have more wins than than the other person in the tie, then you can potentially take first on that. So,
and as of this morning, Eric's SOS was better than HanHan's.
And if he beats HanHan, it's going to be even.
That's what I'm saying. So I think the key here is that this is, even though if you just look at the win-loss, looks like HanHan has an advantage. I agree that that is not necessarily the case. And so I think both of them are well aware of that and are going to be playing very, very tough. So we are waiting for our pro commentator, In-Sung Hwang.
8D from European Go Federation.
Thank you. And you'll be hosting.
He had a busy schedule today.
He had a very busy schedule. Yeah. Phil Strauss had taken a couple of lectures yesterday and then used some of the things he learned in the lessons yesterday today and won his game. So there's
I've seen some of his students going over games in the reviews and they pull out these Tesujis.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh, that's what 4-dan, 3-dan, and they're like 6Q.
Well, it's kind of fun because, what I do after, during the morning broadcast, of course, we're focused on producing the morning broadcast. I manage usually one sort of walk around the main playing area, check in, take some photos, tweet some photos. But in the afternoon, particularly like today when we didn't have anything, I'm able to sort of go around. And that's when a lot of the lectures are happening. And you just go down the hall, there's Mr. Yang, there's In-Sung, there's just Mingju is doing a Dan level, a game analysis, sort of, why did you do that? Poor Dan player, the 4 or 5 Dan trying to explain his moves to Mingju. So it's really kind of cool to be able to sort of pop in and see these really, just randomly having their games analyzed, or there'll be like just 2 or 3 people at the big board going over a game. So
I popped into the youth room earlier.
There was a madhouse. I couldn't even get in the door. What was going on? There was whistles blowing.
Kim Ji-suk also did a simul. I think maybe played a dozen of the youth players.
Nice.
At once.
Those
Impressive.
kids
Yeah.
are
Oh, they had a great
just
time.
amazing.
Yeah.
So much energy. It's very cool. So we were. Can we actually, while we're waiting on Insung, we might as
Sure.
well go ahead and take a look. So this is actually kind of developing the way that we had. We came up with a couple of pretty aggressive variations that started out well and got ugly. So we won't show you them because I'm pretty sure that they're wrong. You
Make
can
sure
have
not to
you can
click
have
on those on the
yeah.
board.
You might know show Insung. I don't mind. You tell it was all my fault. I really wanted to double HanHan early, but I actually, looking at it now, I'm not sure that it works.
Well, we're used to Eric Louis playing a pretty solid style.
The
And
split Fuseki,
right
is
off
there
the
anything-
bat,
yeah.
right off the bat, I'm a little surprised by this. I think this is the first time we've seen in this tournament HanHan take opposite corners, and
Yeah. Oh, somebody's
Or
asking about, one cat's asking about board 4. Pull up board 4 for a sec.
Ooh.
There are two folks who I don't know well.
Yutong Xiao and Chao Yubian.
Yeah, and actually, you can look up their records at usgo.org and click on the U.S. Open results. We'll try and get those links for you. So what happened was that we wound up with an extra game recorder, which was great, and so we have 4 boards today.
Yeah, things are a bit slow in the mornings at the Go Congress since most of the players have a serious game from 9 to noon, the U.S. Open. And now in the afternoon, we often have a few more volunteers, so we can get some extra coverage.
Yeah. In evenings, and when the Masters used to run, it used to be the U.S. Open in the mornings, and then the Masters in the evenings. And so we at the E-Journal, we always had trouble recruiting. We'd have maybe 1 or 2 people, because we just didn't have that many people who weren't playing. So like everybody was playing in the Open, but then in the evening, we used to record like 14, 15 games, which honestly was just, I always felt kind of bad because, everybody would watch the top few boards, and then,
There's so many other games to enjoy,
Yeah.
though you can catch up on them in the crosstabs.
Yes. Yep.
So we are keeping the game records available so that you can visit the results, click on them, and actually get an SGF, download the game, and be able to.
That was the good thing about having all those recorders, that we did capture the games for posterity. And this was back when when recording games was trickier. Now I go around during the Open, everybody's recording them on their iPads and their iPhones. I mean, it's amazing. And I'm happy to say that LeGo actually added the ability to upload games now. We'd asked for that. And so they can, and I don't know what kind of uptake there's been on that. A couple of people asked me, like, well, why would I want to do that?
Why would I want to put my game on the internet for posterity?
Right. Well, that's why.
Yeah.
To have it for folks.
For all eternity.
So board 4, and I think Devin put board 4, kind of stuck it into a little space where we had the AGA logo. So hopefully in the chat you can. Oh, they're asking about how the paella is in Cleveland. I have to tell you, for those of you since you brought it up, I'm going to tell you. I have not checked out the paella. We found, Todd and I found Ray's place on Friday when we arrived to set up. So we've had
just going through the menu.
We've just been going through the menu. We went there for the beer, frankly, and then the food turned out to be really good. So we had Reuben and fish sandwich, and I think the winner so far was the brisket. The brisket sandwich. If I were to go back, I would do the brisket sandwich. Last night, the pulled pork. It's okay. They definitely do not have paella at Ray's. It's not that kind of a place. But if you're in Kent, check out Ray's place. It's going to be very busy this weekend because they have the Blues Festival this weekend. Okay. Yeah. So I imagine Ray's is probably jam packed tonight. But anyway, we will be here with you all night. But thanks for asking about the pay. By the way, those of you who either are in the DC area or thinking about visiting, time your visit for the first Friday of the month, because that's when we do Pergo and Paella. And it's always either me or James Pinkerton doing the paella. Although there's some talk about us doing a paella competition.
How big are we talking?
Well, usually like the 17-inch. So anyway, first Fridays of the month, Pergo and paella. Be there. So where are we? So these guys, is this board 4?
This is
Can
board four.
people
This is
see board
This
four,
is pretty-
Devin?
this is
Did you
pretty-
put board four
pretty
up?
far
Okay.
along.
They're really moving on board 4. Wow. Huh.
70 moves in.
70 moves in.
They only just started at 6:30.
So here's the deal, by the way. If you're wondering why we had to start early, it's because we're in the student center here at Kent State, and they shut it down. Like, over the years, and there was one place a couple of years we used to remember Midnight Madness, where tournament started at midnight, which was madness. Can I just say, people turned out for it. You could not. I don't know where we would do it here. You'd have to do it out like under that tent kind of thing they have, and you'd have to have
Street
lights or
lights.
something. Because they shut this place down at 10:45.
Doors lock at 11.
At 10:45, they
Yeah,
have this
yeah.
announcement. They're very nice about it. They're very Midwestern nice about it. But
You
they're
have to
like,
go home, but you
pack
can't
your-
stay here.
yeah, like the old blues songs. Yeah, I don't care where you go, but you got, So they come around. Like last night, Todd and I were fishing up the shores for the E-Journal, and they came around and they were checking doors and kicking
Push
people
you out of
out. And
rooms.
was that InSong? Did InSong just peep in? That wasn't. Do we have an InSong? Because if you're stuck with our commentary, we're in deep doo doo. Okay.
We
Yeah,
moved
go-
the- we
or-
moved the time, so I think he thinks it's the old time.
Or any random pro, frankly. We don't,
Yeah.
6 done.
You'll find
We're not
You-
picky.
Yeah, wouldn't have to look very far.
Although we figured out that between the two of us, we're almost 7 down, right? You're
Yeah,
3 point
yeah.
something, and I'm 3 point something.
Cumulative, yeah.
Or maybe it works the other way. Like maybe if
The
you
two
put
of
us
us,
together,
we're
we're
a
like
little
1
weaker.
Q. Oy vey. All right.
All right, since we probably won't get to board 4 with InSong.
So we might as well take a look at it. Let's roll it back. Let's
Give-
take a look
give
because
the
I
am-
have
give the
not seen
amateurs a
this
shot.
game.
Give
Sure.
the
And if you
amateurs
got
a shot.
questions,
Who we got in the chat?
we'll try. Who's in the
We
chat?
got to have a pro in the chat, right?
Yeah, is there a pro in the chat? Somebody help us out.
All right.
We
Approach-
need to
approaching from
restore
the
the
outside.
old tradition of having beer in the EJ room. We stopped that because it was proving not useful. But
And
maybe
we did-
for Friday night we could reinstitute that. Anyway, all right. So this is
I think they have fines for that here.
Yeah, it is a dry
usually just we
campus.
take the warning and then
yeah. No, they wouldn't mess
get
around.
kicked
It's
out,
a dry
but here-
campus. They
here-
would just
here, yeah, we're just
Yeah. They've had Jehovah's Witnesses out front all week, so I'm just not messing with. I'm just saying they're very serious. Okay.
This is interesting. Yeah, the right side,
I like that
the right side's
pincer.
big. That
I've
pincer is
always
nice,
liked that
yeah.
pincer.
You got low.
It
stone
looks
on the
weird
right,
because it's a
high
little
stone on the
off
right.
center, but it's a beautiful pincer.
I think you could even.
So what do you think? Just dive into the corner right away, right?
It's free real estate.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
What do you want to block on?
Big side.
I mean, he's big, but then you got bad Aji to worry about. Block on the top.
Hmm. Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
Oh, I'm wrong. All right.
It's the big side.
Well, it does make this pincer nice. It's
It
not
does.
over concentrated now.
It does.
Now this pincer's in a really nice spot. Take one more move to
So slow.
yeah, but
I'd play away.
But the right side could be so.
If I
big.
did anything, I would extend it 016 because it's Sente, and then I'd play away if it was me,
push
pushing-
push once, and then play away,
and then play away if it was me.
Push once, and then
B for sure.
and then
Yeah, thank you, Frozen Soul.
B for sure.
Yeah, he picked my move, which
B.
was correct.
Huh.
Yeah, you were wrong.
Well, let me go back to my letters.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
What was
moving
B?
on.
B
B
for
was the
sure, B for
yeah,
sure,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. He agreed, and we were right. So just move along here.
It is B.
And what's the next move? I like to push, but because the thing is, if
Ooh.
all right,
got
all right,
got
one for
one.
Saul.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
that's a nice move.
Take the sting out.
That is nice.
All right.
That
You can
is
push
nice.
it to 016 anytime.
You're right. That's probably Ajikeshi. So never
All right.
mind.
Now black.
That's a
moves to-
nice move. That's a nice,
Yeah, this
patient.
is good. I think one of the AI innovations is that rather than making a corner enclosure, say it at A or B or C or D. Simply making a not
Sort of
quite enclosure at E, so that when black does deal with this corner, you get a great result.
And also sort of looking at the framework on the right from afar.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to let black approach here immediately. Maybe come back to K4. That'd be pretty painful.
Yeah.
Black just getting out of control large. So that's nice.
Very nice.
And black still says, "I'm gonna watch out."
I think that's right. Yeah.
Playing
just
away.
Just an asking move. Just an asking move.
Nice little exchange.
Yeah. And the timing switching off to the Kakarias.
Yeah, I think one of the things that Insong said in the last time we broadcast together was, it doesn't hurt to make a strong stone stronger.
Right.
If you can demand a response here,
and then,
white was strong before, white's still strong. You got another piece, got another stone on the board.
But you're not committed to actually playing there again, and I think that's a big jump forward, is being able, and then switching up. I really like to switch off to T15.
Get that approach in.
Yeah.
And this is
this is all Joseki.
We'll usually see white question this straight away.
But I think you
and it's
black
looking,
with
it's
Tanuki,
looking
right?
especially nice right now. But then, the right side is so much bigger.
Right. Yeah.
The right side.
It's hard to think about where to. I'm sorry. We're looking at. We need to use our words.
Yeah. I'm looking at the right side.
We're looking at the right side.
You could get fourth line moves,
but you're just going to get squished, right?
You're going to get harassed.
What about
but
something?
At least black doesn't get everything.
Here's and I haven't read these out at all, so y'all can yell at me. But what about random things like S4, R5, O4, just sort of a bunch of asking moves. You've got N3, but O4 is attaching to.
Oh yeah, and saying like that.
Just probes, I guess.
O4 is nice.
It's got a nice feel to it. So some of this is feel, and some of this is actually reading. I usually have a pretty good feel for things, but then the reading, because I read like 3 or 4, and I'm like, okay, that's enough, which it's not.
Let's see.
Okay,
right.
That's a game move, right?
Taking care of the bottom.
Yeah, yep, that's good. And pincer comes, jumping.
And black settles immediately
That's
settles, takes
shape.
a base, says,
shape.
okay, now you're the only one. Now white's the only one with weak group.
And honey.
Not yet. White.
What do you think? Double honey? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And
squish. Now this.
Everybody's worried about K4, right? K4, K2 are all points that black has to worry about.
Sure, but white's the only one with the weak group. And black is just gonna settle his group straight away. Say, my groups are settled.
it also leaves some play in the left-hand corner for later. B4 is a move. D3, D2.
Some things in white's shape to aim at for sure, but I don't like these weak stones. Maybe white's gonna treat them lightly. Let's see how white.
Yeah, I was looking at the slide. I like the slide.
Shrink the corner, maybe get an eye, and run out. Okay. All right.
Insong, thank God you've saved us from our 3-down commentary. Good Lord, we've just been dancing here, buddy.
Our pro
we have an actual pro in the house now.
Well, I think we entertained the two players for a while.
Hopefully we did. We should do a poll.
We may have led the
are we not entertaining? All right, are we going to take a quick break here, Dev, or are we just going to slide in? Yeah, we'll take a quick break, folks, and then I will bring Insong in. I may poke back in at some point and help us all out. We'll see how things go. Since we have 4 games, you want to take a look at the games? Okay, so Insung is
Ah.
going to go
Okay,
take a look,
okay.
and
Let's
we'll keep it going
see
on
what
here.
happens.
Let's move faster. See if we can catch up while it's gone. Quick. Okay,
All right, so black settling the right side.
taking
And we're back. This is In Huang, 8D
Hey.
from the European Go Federation.
Uh-huh.
I think one of the
Good.
most popular teachers at the US Go
Thank you
Congress. I
for
saw your
saying that.
class. The room was packed
Great.
earlier.
Yep. So yeah, it's been, how to say, 1 hour earlier. So I did not have time to check the games. So you may see how I think about the game. I mean, it's really fresh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh,
it'll be,
because I
we'll get
haven't seen
the,
it.
the
Okay.
first impressions.
Yeah, it'll be great.
So
Okay,
without a
so-
chance to,
So we should take a look. The
Yeah.
first one, is it?
Absolutely.
The most, so far they are undefeated, right?
Eric
That's-
actually lost his game this morning.
Against, not against HanHan, right?
No.
Oh, because they are playing now.
Was it Alan Huang this morning?
Uh-huh.
That,
Okay.
Yeah, that gave Eric a loss.
Okay.
But Eric, I think if he beats Han here, well, I
Mhm.
think we'll be in the lead
Yes, of
based
course.
on
They're staying in the game.
tiebreakers.
Good. Let's check it. Uh-huh.
So
The
this is,
beginning.
this is
Right.
right
Okay.
away. Right away, I have a question.
Right. HanHan is black.
But Eric offers cross corners.
Yes.
What do you think?
White up.
Yeah,
And
yeah. White offers. Do you want to play cross corners? Is this
no.
Risky?
Risky.
Han is
Tough
so
to say.
territory oriented. I think it's.
Right. There's no sort of theory on that.
Mhm.
Just, you can choose one of them. It's
Okay.
like, I don't know.
Style
Even if I
choice.
play there, I wouldn't put much meaning on
Mhm.
it.
But Han says yes. Let's do cross corners.
Yeah.
So okay.
More interesting. Okay, let's go. And this approach, I can tell,
Mhm.
this, how to say, approach to the open corner from your stone
Mhm.
side is considered as the most favorable way. So that's why black approaches here. Okay,
Mhm.
good. Oh, I'm gonna play this
Yeah.
one.
It almost reverts as if he had played the
Okay.
D16 to start.
Yeah, normally this one is
Yeah.
the way, and white plays like, let's say white plays this one, like similar, white plays like here. Then normally black does not exchange this. Is it? Black doesn't need to.
Mhm.
But HanHan exchanges this and then play knight move. That is the game. What happened? So as far as I know, this one is not considered as a good one. So I'm surprised that white chose and black chose that option. And Atari and Kone. Knight
If Black
move.
was thinking of
Mhm.
this, maybe then perhaps why not start
Yeah,
at,
like this.
at
This is
D16 to begin
the
with?
user option. And white has less options than this.
Yeah.
The
And
other one.
now
Exactly.
we'll end up in the same position.
Right,
anyway.
because if black just plays this one, white has many options. White can play pincer, white can play this one, the user options, or tenuki. But if black attaches, white has less probabilities. So if black already wanted to have this, then it's better attach like this. Oh, okay. Don't know. Atari. If he was my teacher, I would say, oh no, it's not a good move. But okay, as HanHan played, possible, I can say. Okay. And after this one, I played here, but it is also considered as, this one is considered as the proper option. Because actual game, the difference is this. Okay. So black's this one saves the weakness, and white add a move, which is of course better than nothing. But I think it is better for white to have this position, so white can aim this move later.
If Black made a move now
Mhm.
at E15, would
Mhm.
White simply move one space?
Black would
G16?
no, why,
Yeah.
why wouldn't do it?
Yeah, White would
No.
play somewhere else.
Right,
entirely.
but
Yeah.
black also wouldn't do this, but play more efficiently like this one. But still, the weakness remains. So I would have played here if I were white. So this one also doesn't meet my expectation. Okay, so top to 10, up to here. If it was this, let's say, if black just pushed, possible, white extend and then black extend here. Then normally instead of this one, black extends 3 spaces. That's the proper option, because even if black has 3 stones, it's better not to extend 4 spaces as white can enter. But there is an extra exchange, this one. Okay? So I think black can extend 4 spaces, and that AB doesn't look like the bad exchange for black. So I don't think that it is bad for black. Okay, so the result doesn't look bad for black in the end. And attach, okay. And this one, is it familiar?
This is not in this order. Normally, I think when someone attaches to my stone, I honey.
Yeah, right.
Reflexively.
Right, that's the traditional way. But in case white plays this one, white normally plays this one or this one. Okay, so that was like the proper option in the past. Then after up to here, white still need an extra move like this. Then this case is the case 1, let's say. And white extend this, connect, push, hane, connect, answer. So this is the case 2. We can just compare these two. Then which one you would prefer if you are white? Would you give this position to your opponent or this position to your opponent?
I like this one better. There's a weakness. I can aim.
Mhm.
I can aim at cutting.
Like here.
Maybe a move around d6 might be sente or something in the future.
But this one is considered as a little bit better result for white.
Now
because,
black doesn't have a piece in the center.
Black's shape is inefficient than this one. It's like having one more stone here, like as black. Of course, white has this one more stone here. But anyway, this extension is more efficient in this position to secure the left side. That's why instead of this one, this is the new move from AI that human. Okay, what if this happens? Then this must be better than this one. That is what AI said. So we follow. So instead of this one, if I choose this option, accidentally you play this, then it's better playing here.
Mm-hmm.
Then when black attaches, wedge and connect, and then white is free to play elsewhere. But instead of this one, if this was the position, then can white tenuki? Still white can tenuki, but when black comes here, white has more pressure, because compared to the other one, that white has this exchange, black has this exchange. Even if black comes here, I think white has more chance to save, since that exchange turns as a bad exchange. White just cuts and capture and can save it. So that's why normally white plays this one and treat this exchange now again AB as good exchange. So that is the proper form. So if your opponent attaches on the top, you have two options. You may extend or hane and then diagonal move. But you didn't know, so you played this, and you didn't know, therefore you played this. Even now, you have one last chance to do it. Okay, connect, then white can hane later. So black still need to atari and connect like this. Okay, anyway, but white chose this option. And the game, okay, black played this one. Okay, in general, black plays hane, but black says that can enter the corner.
Corners are big, but there's the large territory on the left.
This was also a possible option in the past. I mean, it should come from like this position, like like this. So let's say white enters the corner.
Entering the corner direction. Black, of course, blocks on the side.
Yeah, block,
almost
push.
A finished wall.
Then there are many options, but extension is a possible option. And often white plays this one or this one. But when I push, black can play knight move. Or extension is possible, but anyway, extend once and then tenuki. That was also one part of like not very often played pattern. So this could have come in this position. If after white plays here, black exchanges and tenuki, then the same. So it means that black's this move isn't bad. It's a possible option. And then black plays hane, but instead of this one, it's possible to tenuki as well. But anyway, I like to have this exchange and tenuki. But in the actual game, white played hane. So if black blocks, then it's the same like before. But black also played hane. I thought that HanHan likes to collect the guaranteed points because we did the second round game and he played many point collective moves.
Yeah, in this case, it looks like there's about 50 points on the left, but not guaranteed. It's
it
still
is.
very wide.
It is not.
So white has the guaranteed points, but
so I thought that HanHan doesn't like this.
The potential is so big.
Right, but it's there is a big potential, but less guarantee. So of course, like life, you cannot get both, right? So when you have more potential, you have more risk. When you are more guaranteed, then you're not satisfied that you have enough points. Anyway, hane and cut, all reasonable. Okay, black may just turn to just make things simple like that, but instead black cut here. To take this kind of point is very important because in case white plays this one, this black's group become a little bit unstable.
That cut at F5 just a little bit.
So later when white enters like this, black need to worry about this group's life and death. I mean, it is a long, story later. It may come or not, but it's annoying, But in case black has a stone here, then black doesn't need to worry about that. So this is big for points, but also connected to the stability. Okay. And then black gave it.
Yeah.
So by
Well,
first
it's
looking,
important timing for white too.
Right.
I think if white gets attacked now, his position will crumple into 2
Right.
points, so barely left.
yeah. But I think, how to say, by first looking, because I didn't pre-check the game, I think it is not bad for white. So I think I would prefer this position for white. And then black pushed. Okay, I saw the game
Yeah,
when
so
they are
black
playing.
gets to settle the bottom fairly easily.
Like exchanges those, and then nowadays this fixed line shoulder comes quite often. It started from since when?
Against
fixed line.
against Lee Sedol
Exactly.
during the
So you're
AlphaGo
the
match.
true goal player. You know that.
We had in Denver. We had some watch parties. We stayed. We
watch
it was
party.
very late, of course.
Yes.
The
Time
games
difference.
because of the time
But
difference.
still, you did it.
All 5 games, yeah.
Right.
Some
It was.
of us.
I remember it was the second game, right? Move 37 or something. That Lisado AlphaGo. AlphaGo played this one. It was the position was this one. Like here, black had this extension, and AlphaGo played shouldered over this one. At the time.
Yeah.
And we were all surprised that fifth line shouldered. Well, no way.
I think, and also surprised that Lee Sedol pushed
To this side, because in the
instead
past,
of taking the points
until that game, it's
he
considered
seemed to
as
be
like
playing very against
Right.
his own style.
who gives the territory
Yeah.
on the third line. That
Yeah.
was the sort of fixed idea before.
Yeah.
But at that game, while playing, Lee Sedol noticed that no, this isn't really good like this. So anyway, the reason is
I have a brilliant idea. I've been wondering if you can give an opinion or if it will get you in trouble. What would you think if instead of Lee Sedol against AlphaGo, we had Guli against AlphaGo for the first 50 moves, and then tag team bring in Lee Sedol to do the mid-game fighting?
So it's like like the best of the opening,
Yeah,
or something like this.
Yeah, I think that would have been.
Technically, yes. But when you play a game, your game and someone else's game is totally different.
True.
So, if it is like computer, best 50 moves computer and the best 50 middle game moves computer, then yes. But human has emotion.
True.
So it must be tough. Okay. Anyway, so fifth line, that is nowadays it comes because there was the paradigm. Paradigm has changed to give the territory below the fourth line. So below the fourth line means to have like third line territory isn't good. It was like fixed idea. You give the territory on the third line, that must be bad. It's too much. But it's changed. There are some line changes nowadays, and this is one of the biggest changes. So that's why it is okay to play like that. But no, in this case, black doesn't think
Black
that it is.
just says you're in my house. This is my house.
But I like it. I mean, I like this as white. Wedge. Okay, that is good. That is looking for. If black plays this move to let white connect, this is definitely a plus point for white. So that's why black should think about cutting here. But basically, after cut, if black saves this weakness, white gonna take it. And if black saves this one, then white gonna use this weakness, something like this, and then that gets weaker. So black need to find a very tight move which blocks that both. Which doesn't look easy, is it? Like even if black blocks here, white can just Atari and HanHan to squeeze this and make the connection like this. Then it should be good enough. So I think.
What about? What about cut and hit the 2 stones on the head?
Good option. Then white still would give this away like this. So should be good enough. So I think Eric started this game well. I like it. For instance, if someone asks, okay, which color would you take it if you now the move 50? So I'm the second person. Then I need to play the middle game. Then I would say,
you can take it
play
from
as
here?
white.
Yeah.
Yes, if I take it from here. I would say white, I prefer. Okay, good. It must be an interesting game. Maybe we can check other
That's
games
true. I
and
think
then come back.
White's task is very simple. Take care of the left side.
Exactly.
It's too big. Do something.
Right. but not in a harsh way.
So perhaps this G9 move,
G9.
maybe
Yeah, after white blocks. Maybe after this one, black should have played this one then already. To get this bending move is painful because black need to step back once.
but now black can continue to attack. And
Right.
maybe bring
Why
this-
cannot play this one? Is it? Or attach? Also, black may cut. It's a bit risky though. I mean, why can't just bring the group out? Then doesn't seem bad for white. Even that group gets unstable. So I think white's disposition was already good. That position, or even earlier, to have this kind of. When white blocks here, I felt that I like this as white, because it's quite risky style.
What
That
if-
is.
Okay. I think as a stubborn player,
Mhm.
I would be tempted to make a
Stubborn player.
different move here. I'm very stubborn. I don't want to connect. I
Right.
don't want to connect it.
Exactly,
at B.
okay.
I'd rather jump out and fight. This is my house.
Good question. This one originally comes from the 3-3 invasion, So let me make that situation like this. So when white comes to the corner, then black blocks, push, hane. Okay, this nowadays it doesn't come often, but okay. After this one, white pips here. Is it? That one is exactly the same.
Oh,
The
black
application
only
of-
has 4 liberties in this case. In the
Exactly,
game, black
that is
has
the
a
difference.
little bit bigger.
So that is the reason why this knight move is considered as a better one, because then after here, white need to pip this, and black has 3 stones, and black has even 4 here. Okay. But anyway, the point is that
So
after pip,
If
black
white
shouldn't
does
connect.
this, and if the white
Right.
does this in my game, what should I do?
Yes. So let's say black played therefore like this one. Then should white cut in this case?
Maybe
It is like the same. If black plays here, should white cut?
not right away, but
Exactly.
the thread of the cut.
Right.
Yeah.
So when black plays this one, white shouldn't cut. So white often plays like this one or here to force black to eventually connect. Okay. And for instance, if black jumps it, that is a possible option. Then white shouldn't cut. White should play somewhere around here and force black to eventually connect. Then it turns to a case, eventually, connect, knight move, and jump. That's it. So here, we go back to this situation. In case your opponent, what was it, this one? If black jumps here, white shouldn't cut. White should play somewhere around here and force black to connect. Because this will be your profit, okay? To let your opponent connect here. That is your profit. So don't try to cut directly, but play any move around here or here, anything, to force black to connect and use this as the tool for saving, like this. That is the right strategy.
So black, by connecting, kind of denies white the choice
Exactly.
where to get a free move.
Right. So black should also try not to connect. So there is an invisible fight that white is just keep forcing black to connect and black just keep denying. Okay, that is the fight that I see, which we don't see because it's in the behind the scene, right? But when you see this, that is quite interesting. Okay.
Jean-Sébastien Le Chasseur says, is Eric Louis the only AGA pro playing? I believe that is the case.
Yes.
Taylor Shu is visiting from Taiwan and playing.
And HanHan is from China, registered
So
in the
the
Chinese
Though I think
Association.
living in California, I think Taylor Shu is going to be attending MIT as well. So I think they'll all be in the US, hopefully for a lot of tournaments. We'll hopefully get to see a lot more games
great.
from all these pros.
Right. Okay. Anyway, so
Deoxyribonucleic
By first
acid says,
looking
I feel
up
enlightened.
to here.
We've enlightened someone.
Right. So this is the game. Black played HanHan in the game. No,
no.
black played.
Sorry. So sorry. The
No.
game still.
No, it is not the game. White black cuts on under. Yeah, let me find it.
Yeah.
Because
I think.
This is the one, the last move.
Thank you.
Wow. You see.
Oh, free. I want to get free advertising. No free advertising for.
Okay. Wow, black look there. This is so that's why we checked a couple of general options and wasn't easy to handle, and black played this one. Wow. Okay.
It takes away a liberty. It's an empty triangle.
Right. By first looking, white still can just go down and says that if you play like this, I still can play this one and take it.
And
which is
this doesn't seem like
it's
a
just,
good exchange.
one exchange is still okay. I
Mhm.
mean, cannot be bad for white. I mean, it's
Mhm,
not bad for
mhm.
black too, but it's like more or less same. So instead of this one, after here, I need to find something else, for instance, like this one, and say that, oh, you cannot kill this group directly. Yes, but why can't still play like maybe
Ouch.
this one?
Ouch.
To let black cut, but just squeeze it
Ouch.
to save.
Ooh, ooh.
If I can save the group like this, so maybe
That's-
black gonna
well,
play
that's
here,
interesting.
white jumps.
But black
What
is
is safe?
safe, but the center is now still huge potential.
Yeah, it is.
Like, but I guess white got
Right. But the left side is just collapse.
collapsed. Yeah.
Collapse. So I think it is
Maybe-
okay.
maybe-
And still, there are some weaknesses.
Mhm.
For instance,
But
after this,
black can straight away
yes,
maybe
black
take
can use
some
those exchanges.
free exchanges in the corner.
right. For instance, now let's say black plays like here and says, "This is all my land," then white can block
Yeah.
here, which makes this squeeze.
Oh, no.
So
Oh.
black need to play around here, then one can connect to bother this connection, or maybe HanHan already. So this kind of stuff. If the outside is clear, if the outside was, let's say, like this, then I can say, yeah, it is good for black. But since there is this kind of cutting point, this is quite annoying. So white can consider this as an option. It's okay, why not? As long as I save, I'm fine. Like this. So I don't think that this black's case is a favorable case for
And the empty triangle
for black.
gives me a bad feeling.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's jump to the
Yeah,
other
let's
boards.
do
Why don't we
it.
give these
Still a long way
players
to
a
go,
chance
right?
to catch up. I think as soon as you see the next board, we'll see how much farther along the other players are in their games.
It's getting to like hundreds.
So on board two, I
Close
believe
to-
we have two players who are both again also only one loss.
Okay.
So two other players, 4-1, aiming to stay in the running.
Alan Huang,
Um,
who is the one who defeat Eric? I suppose.
It has the black pieces, yeah.
Okay. I play as black and Xingji Shen.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's check it from the beginning. Okay. Have you checked this game before?
No, not yet.
Okay. This is the formation that I recommend to many of
Mhm.
my online Go School members.
The large high enclosure.
Okay, let's see whether he played that. No, he didn't. Okay. But
High-
this is
high
also
pincer?
possible.
Mhm.
Uh,
So this emphasizes, the pincer emphasizes the top side.
Right.
Which-
So I like pincer.
Mhm.
So I'm a pincer lover. So I made the 3 lecture series: Pincer Lover Volume 1, okay, Pincer Lover Volume 2,
Okay.
Volume 3. So
And,
you
and
face-
volume 4 coming
No,
soon.
not
The
yet.
long high pincer. No, not yet.
maybe
Next.
like this. This one is still possible. It is Dosaku's heritage. Is it? The Dosaku was the one who played Go like 350 years ago, but he made this 3-space pincer, which expand the thoughts and the
Mhm,
ideas at the time. Because before him, the people treat this game as like the collection of each battle. People don't think about the whole board. Even though they were like strongest player, they only think about the local fight. So there were many pincers, tight pincers. But he played this one, and people wonder why he plays that,
Well, I
even
think-
though it has a less impact on this corner.
Well,
But-
I think he was probably tired of people making the 2-space extension on the side.
Okay.
This now, if you want to make a 2-space extension on the side, you have to attach, and it's not as good.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the time, when white approaches, they treat this as like a battleground. So in the battleground, you need to bring your soldiers as close as possible to have more, say help for that fight. But he played this one and said that, okay, this one is helping, as you said. Why cannot extend 2 spaces? Still, it bothers this one stone. But also at the same time, I extend from this. So I'm not only thinking about this part, but the whole right side, that area. That was like sensational thinking at the time. So his nickname was 13 Dan, because
13.
there was no rating, stuff like that. But they believed that if, they don't believe, but if there was a rating, then he just keeps winning.
13.
He could have gone to the 13. So that's why he's considered like 13 Dan. Anyway, we have a few like 10 points, 10 dan rating players, right?
Yeah,
It was
I
like
think Feng Yun maybe are
Mhm.
13 down.
right, and Myungwan was also.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I'm
I
told
don't-
that
I
the
don't know
amateur
that- I
player
don't-
Mark Lee also reached like 10 dan level.
Mhm.
There were only a few, the selected people,
We
but
need
even
a-
13.
We need a
Right.
round robin tournament. We need to put all these players together. Finally, let someone will have to be defeated.
Right. So if
Yeah.
someone gets 13, you're all out. Otherwise,
Yeah, it'll
not.
be the 13 down tournament. The winner,
Right.
the winner gets
Yeah. There's 10 dan tournaments in Japan.
the Tengen.
Yeah, Tengen.
Or-
Tengen, no.
Oh,
It's
I'm
like
sorry, Judan.
Judan, yes,
Judan,
Judan
yeah,
tournament. We should make
Yeah.
like 11 dan tournaments
Yeah.
in US.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, white played here, black played this pincer, jump, and then pin. Oh, this one.
Frozen Solstice Hajin Lee is
Yeah.
also 10 down.
Also.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay,
Okay.
great. So white normally like this one. This is the one that I see most in pros games. This one or the loose pincer. But instead, white can play this one too. But black jumps to below.
All these
like
counter
second line.
pincers. In this case,
But black didn't. Okay, so
so show us the usual.
do you know about this?
I think this is just denying white connection.
Mhm.
So no R7 attachment now for
Yeah.
white.
Right. But jump was the proper move, like before AlphaGo. White attaches underneath and then play this one. And I learned that white should play this one.
So over concentrate.
And black connects it, white takes this one and black tenuki like that. But instead of this one, AlphaGo, or not AlphaGo, AI program says that, white should wedge. But I know this as like a mistake that I ask people not to do. Oh, don't play this one. That is a mistake because black cuts underneath and then blow. Then you're in trouble because you need to go out here. But HanHan, then when white cuts, black squeezes and go down, then white is in trouble because there is a weakness and there is a weakness like that. However, it turns out, with the AI's help, that what if I just answers? Is it really a trouble? Because when black plays here, white can just play this one. Then in fact, it's not really a trouble.
Threatening the corner.
Like this, or white can even cut and atari to go like this. Then white can thread. And if I saves the group like this, it's better for white. So why not? That is what AI said. And people say, well, yeah, you're right. And then like this. And this one is considered as a little bit better result for white. So that's why this jumping move has disappeared. Instead, this was the possible option that I really liked to play when I was, young. And this was the one that I played against Fan Hui. I played my first game against Fan Hui in 2006. Okay, in Barcelona.
10 years before he played AlphaGo.
Yeah, 10 years before.
Yeah.
And because Fan Hui is also stayed in France, we have some stories about that. And at the time, I played this one, and I won against him. It was the first game we played. So I really like this one.
Fond memories.
Right. So if I touches, extend, push once and attach like this. So it's complicated.
That's a nice table shape for white.
Right. It's so complicated, but white, AI made it so simple that what AI said is that just save it. Okay. Just save like this. Then white is okay in the corner, black is separated.
It was
fine.
black's corner, now it's white.
Yeah, it's now white, so it is good for white. So that's why it is disappeared. Some old patterns, AI makes it simple, is it? Okay. So the new idea is after this HanHan. HanHan here. If I cut, then black extend. So black can atari too. So it's a bit complicated. If this happens, it must be good for black. Okay. So that's why after HanHan, white exchanges once and cut. And then if black plays here, white can still do this. But black attaches and then complicated situation comes. But anyway, okay, I was expecting that, but black played just only this one. White can play that. Normally white attaches on the top and it is okay for white. I consider this better result for white. But white pushed and then extend.
Yeah, fighting game.
Yes.
A lot of
always
the pincer, the counter pincer.
Right, this one always
everything
makes it
coming out from the
complicated.
middle. A question, what are the time controls for this tournament? Both players 90 minutes thinking time
Yeah, I suppose.
and 30 seconds 5 times.
The
Yo-yomi,
same as US Open,
Oh.
right?
right below your question is the answer.
Okay. Black attaches, black tenuki. So this is not really, let's say the settled, but still black tenuki.
Well, it's not going to become settled with a single move.
Right.
So
So okay, I would rather just take big points like this. Okay, why not? And this one is asking, you may take the corner, which is considered as the better result for the corner
Locally.
itself, locally. But black can play this and it helps.
yeah, now the bottom looks magnificent.
Right.
Yeah.
So white decide to play this one. And okay, I take the damage in the corner, but I take outside.
Oh, this is a nice
Okay.
move, though.
Mhm.
The 2 points.
Right. It's the first time that
Fourth
they made
line.
things simple. I like it. Because as a commentator, the complicated game comes, then it's
you have to-
tired, is it?
The reading.
Okay, I had white jumps.
Yeah.
Okay, they make things simple. That knight move is also quite big because in case black doesn't play, white can cover and push and extend, push and jump. So this is also considered as very good move. So that's why black plays here to overcome it. White jumps.
And now reactivating some trouble on the right side.
Okay. White may just connect underneath if I want to make it simple, but if I want to make it stronger, make it complicated, maybe I should start from like this one and then look for cut. Okay, I should consider that kind of stuff. But okay, white chose the
Simple.
simple option. All of a sudden,
And black says, okay, then I
yeah,
make
okay, you make
settle.
it simple. Okay, let's go easy. Okay, I think that result, if I need to choose it, I would prefer white. Okay, as long as white just settled the side well in the side well, should be not bad for white. Okay, jump, count. Okay, double approach, extend, attach. Okay, HanHan. Okay, possible and black cut. So instead of this one, white may go down as well. Go down and HanHan to make the connection like this. This is more close to a proper option to me.
And this seems very simple. Now white again
Right.
has taken care of the weak group.
Right. Oh, it looks like the proper way. But HanHan, so black cut underneath and the connect. White extend. Okay. So when there's no exchange, cut is the proper option. Okay.
Squeeze.
Right, like this, and then tenuki. But this looks okay for black
Really?
compared to the other one.
Not worth pushing one more time?
Not more one more Atari.
For black.
Yeah, black can. Okay, black can. Yes, because in this case, yes. If there's no exchange, because it often comes without exchange, like this, and without exchange, it is considered not. It's better not to exchange. Okay, so that's why I didn't do. But I think, yeah, in this case, yes. But okay, that is too much. That's why white extend here to avoid that, and then went down even. So black need to save the cutting point. And HanHan, okay, and black takes it. As long as black takes this, it should be okay for black. So it's not the proper way. So maybe white didn't expect that black plays this one. So I believe that to going down here is the proper option. Okay, white should have played here. I like this result for black. Okay, and then black takes it. No, even after Atari, black can connect like this.
Because
So-
the white doesn't have time to approach.
Right, white cannot enter this one, nor here. So as long as black takes this, white couldn't get anything.
Devin, could we have a red tint?
Yeah.
Is that something, Devin, can you help with a red tint?
Mhm.
That we've got, because we're broadcasting at night, our technology has given us a nighttime mode.
Right, nighttime mode.
Thank you.
No problem. That's why
Ah,
I changed it.
Turn off the nightlight.
Right,
There we go.
alright.
Oh, it's much better.
Oh, much better now.
Sorry.
Oh, thank
okay.
you very
Uh-huh.
much.
Because of the time.
Yeah.
You said, okay, I
So
see.
bedtime is coming.
Okay, so I prefer this game for black.
So
This-
white still complicating things. The
Right.
corner seems a move on the top corner seems so big too.
Yeah, it is.
After this, I would, if I was white,
Right.
I would want to settle
With just below
settle
like
the
this.
corner straight away before
Right.
things get
So,
out of hand.
I think they both players understand this game as black's game. So that's why instead of playing here, black which black could, but this can make things complicated. So black played more, softly.
Keep things simple.
and
Okay.
white played this one instead of blocking in order to make things complicated. And then white came back. Okay, so this one is considered as a mistake in general. Black goes out like this, even though shape is worse, because later white can play this one. Then black, how to answer this?
It's you have to connect.
Yeah, have to connect
Yeah.
because this
Otherwise,
one
black just gets more free moves.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Or white
It
gets,
looks
white
like
gets more free moves.
good move, but need to come back anyway. So black should just connect. So like this. So those are painful moves. So normally black does not play like this. But okay, white believes that it's like black believes that it's like a situational move. That one it's okay too. Also, black can push as well. But to get pushed by white is not really painful. That's why black played pincer. Okay, so like that, as you can see, there is a principle that sometimes you need to follow, but in this kind of middle game situation, there is no principle, no, because everything you need to adapt it to
I've
each
never
game
seen
situation.
I've never seen this situation before in my life.
Okay,
Yeah.
exactly. So when there is a reality situation, then you need to adapt your moves to the situation, then following the principle. So I think they both are doing well.
I like this move by black, threatening to cut.
Okay, but why pip once an answer was good?
But because pretty soon, if this fight continues into the middle, the white stones on the top have
would help or
start to become very nervous.
right. Black need to jump. Okay, black extend. Okay, normally jump is the better way, which makes the one line closer to this group. And since there's no weakness, I think black can do. Okay, black wants to be careful. I feel that black is very cautious.
After the good result in the top right, I
as a
think
ball player,
he's got a lead and is protecting
right.
it.
I'm leading the game, so
Yeah.
you shake your hand,
And then you give away a few points and a few points and a few points, and you lose
Exactly.
by half a point.
right.
Yeah.
that is the worst experience, right? Okay. Anyway,
Oh, ouch.
black pips. When white jumps, black just. I think this one is like if it is like boxing, it's just
Principle,
jab,
yeah.
right? But jab, not big punch. It's like boop, asking it. So this kind of pip as well, the little jab. Okay, white exchanges. White exchanges. It means that white wants to throw these 5 stones away. Okay, and black says no. You're giving me the garbage. I don't take the garbage because white can exchange everything like this and then connect to give it. Then it's like take 10 points, but white takes very important center and outside gets clear. So I think that pip eventually did not really get help because even if white connects it, this exchange I don't think that it helps. For instance, black plays here and let white play this one to exchange. It just make unclear things clear. Black should leave these unclear things unclear, so white cannot move it well. But that exchanges make white's area clear. So white is more confident. So enter this and then try to break that area.
Well, I think black will have an okay time settling this group. There's still potential eyes on the left.
Right.
Still the group to attack on the left.
Black shouldn't have those exchanges. Well, eventually, black spent a turn in this unimportant area for taking that only 5 stones, which white didn't care. So I think that is a mistake. Black shouldn't do. Maybe one exchange, but black shouldn't bring this group out and leave it and maybe just push to make this group settled and thread like this. Multiply like that. Okay, good. So I think it was good for black, but the game become more close, more interesting.
Okay. Well, we have one more board. On the third board, we have Tianyi Chen and Albert Yan.
Okay. Maybe after checking this, we can take a little break.
That's a great idea.
Oh, okay. Great. So Albert Yan is my favorite. Okay. Albert Yan, because I saw him for many years now, and he's always smiling. When I say hi, and he's always smiling. I like him. So I cheer him up. I don't know Tianyi Chen. There are many how to say younger people like early 20s or like teenagers, which I'm far from it. So Albert is rather older than them, right?
But we saw Albert as well through the Redmond Cup.
Okay. But anyway, I cheer him up. Albert.
All right, so we're cheering on white.
Let's see.
Okay.
Where did he go? Oh, white played HanHan.
I think
Let's
we've
see,
seen
let's
this
see.
position a
Ah,
few times.
right. So if I extend, okay, this was like old version. White
Mhm.
extend and then black plays like this one. That was the old one. I mean, old one like when I was young. Then instead of Atari like this, which makes the two stone dead, white plays like this one, connect and attach, and then blah blah blah. This kind of long, long what was it sequence? I had to read it when I was young. No, and black need to attach here. Push first and attach, not push.
Does
If
this
black push,
sequence have a name?
no, there's no name. It's just a
Something to remember?
pattern.
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, white blocks, then white can take entire corner. Even if black tries to do things, there's nothing like this. Therefore, black need to attach. If black attaches, white cannot push. If I push, black can block here and black can kill this group. Therefore, white need to step back. But if white steps back like this, black even jumps. So push then block to endure this as call. Annoying, is it? So white cannot push, white need to connect, yam, and then black can already save this group. Therefore, when black attaches, white doesn't play, but white plays this one to block that move. So this is the outcome, and black plays this. So this is what I studied. Why did I study? Because I don't use it anymore. I spent some time to remember and play, but no one plays, is it? Okay. Anyway, so this was the one, but AI came and broke that.
Simplify it.
No,
Simple.
just
Keep
push,
it simple.
push, just take it.
This is okay.
Right.
Oh,
In the
two
past,
stones, two stones.
that middle is so big, it's not possible. But nowadays, why not? Why can peep? If I peeps and then come like this, then black need to take this, then it's only 4 points. White has both, corner and side, and black has only 4 points. Why not? This is AI's perspective. Influence can be nothing. Okay? So AI programs really care about points,
Yeah.
So just enter the 3-3.
Yeah, I remember my high school calculus class. We learned how to do derivatives by hand.
Oh, by hand.
Yeah. And then after maybe a week, the teacher gave us a shortcut that you can do in 5 seconds.
After a week.
Yeah. After
Why
a week
did
of
he
learning
tell
how to
us
do it
before?
the hard way. So this is what you're doing, and now here's the shortcut. Snap.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So
Wow.
need to know the principle
Yeah.
and then the shortcut. Okay, so AI suggestion is this one. Then white plays here and black plays this, and complicated things comes. White answers and black attaches and blah, blah. However, recently, like about a year ago, I discovered if white extend, black can push once more. Then white must answer because it's head of 3 stones. No way. Then black plays this, white covers, then black connect. Okay, it's the same, but black cannot touch directly. So, what is that? White goes out, push, and then
There's
push.
a net.
There is a net. Black can do it, but not in this way, not directly. White plays, okay, this one, black attaches. Black shouldn't attach directly, it will die. What is the case? Okay, black attaches here immediately without exchange. Okay, so here and cut and then push and then push and then cover. Then there's no way to kill these 3 stones. Okay, white attaches, black goes out. This one, black goes to this. This one, black goes to this. So it is the fixed form. It is possible because black had this, exchange before. If there's no exchange, then white can bring the group out. So it is not working. So it is not possible to handle. I checked this with the AI programs. Then what's the solution for white? And my conclusion was to play HanHan is a mistake because, I couldn't find something good. This HanHan is an option, but I've never found a situation that it is good for white. Okay, black cuts, white need to Atari underneath. After Ataris, okay, here, and then it is considered as good result for black. So must be good for black. If I were white, I wouldn't play this HanHan because I already know that, research I did. So it's tough. Okay, so I can say that I prefer this result for black, but black play double HanHan. Okay. Okay, and then can take it, but white still doesn't care about this and then take. Okay, I think still okay. Black got this, as enough points. Black can play double HanHan. And then black takes center, so black need to come close to this area. But black didn't.
Black
is happy with
the
that.
wall. Finish the wall.
Mm-hmm.
The board's still wide open.
I prefer black, even though, okay. this one. So many people maybe don't understand why white comes only this much, not this far. Is it? Right.
Well, but you have to be careful near where the areas in your opponent's very strong.
Right.
You have to be a bit more,
Need to be careful.
cautious.
Mhm. But I think white can come like this after played. This one is considered in the position that black comes here. Let's say white extend answer, and then we should make the situation like black is here, white comes. So let's say this is white, and this is white. White comes here, and black need to come close to this black's white's wall. Then how should black come? If black comes like two space like this, then white's this HanHan and tiger mouse, which I call this as like a scorpion shape. Scorpion.
It has a tail. You can
Right.
see the tail
So-
rising up to strike
Exactly.
us.
So you come here in order to threat this group, but let's say this turns to the scorpion. Then would you threat it, or would you just escape from it? You would just escape from it because how would you handle that scorpion on the ground?
Yeah.
So what makes this shape then not easy to handle, especially
And this is damaging the black space on the bottom.
exactly.
Yeah.
So when black plays here, white can play like like this one to bother this area, and it is too close. That's why in this position, black plays like this one here, and says that after I play here, if you play this, I cannot touch, and it's only one space. My opponent wouldn't do it. But if I got a chance to play this one, then it is a perfect spot. So after black's this one, my good move become a very good move. My opponent's good move become very bad move, ugly move. So okay, this is the right one like this. But in this position, I made this long story in order to explain this. So after this one, white played here, but white can go. Because even if I place this still, black can play this later.
It's too narrow. Yeah.
Narrow, but fine. Because it is not one space. So okay, black can go even this much and go down later. And even if I place here, I don't think that black can enter here to do things I can handle. And to play like continuation like this doesn't look bad. So if I were white, I would have played here. Even though this one is possible to play like this. Okay, so I prefer the other one. Black played this. It is still quite tempting to start from this area. But here to let white play this, then I would feel miss a bit. Unless black can still use some, which doesn't look easy. So what can black do in this case? So to move like this directly is the first intuition. Even though white has some more stones here, still it is annoying. Okay. So if I place like this one, this is complicated. Okay. To play like this, possible, but too complicated.
Wow. And I think maybe too early to
do.
Put such a heavy group on the
Right.
board. And
Right. Even if
I wonder
move,
if black wants to save a slide at c18 for later.
No,
If you force white to take the points in the corner, you miss an opportunity.
But the thing why I want to move it, it's not because I want to separate this group. I just don't want to give this nice form to my opponent. When my opponent makes this form, nice, good extension to, remove, eliminate the weakness.
Yeah, they're very,
I just
very
feel
efficient.
miss.
Yeah.
This one, my opponent takes too nice, chocolate, so I don't like it. So I want to put, some little poison inside of that chocolate, so my opponent takes some stomachache. That's why I want to do it. But it's not easy. So this is also a possible option.
Wow. Okay.
But
I think
maybe
we see
after
the
this,
shape, yeah.
still black can block like this. Because block, it's possible option. In case white plays
increasing
here,
the sacrifice a
right,
little bit.
black can squeeze it, so that is good. So if white doesn't want to get squeezed, white should play either this one or this one. Okay? But after those, this exchange, black may bother this area more. Okay? So that is the reason. Maybe he believes that, okay, this is not that delicious chocolate. I can still use it, or I still have a chance to put the poison in it. So.
This morning, Javi was asking about a kick.
Kick.
And we didn't quite get to the idea of efficiency. We talked about kick and
because black still can
and what
enter
it
anyway,
demands.
right?
And black can still enter the
Mhm.
corner.
Right.
In this case, it makes black a little bit over concentrated.
Yes.
Black now kind of wishes
Right.
he had a little bit more space in his
So as long
position.
as black has only this two space extension, this touch is considered as a quite good exchange.
Mhm.
The 3-3 invasion in the past, people worried about this much, right? Because they believe that there are only three options: A, to just negotiate it; B, so, and C is as a strongest option. So many people choose C option because otherwise A, B are like damaged exchange. So black plays like this, and then okay, black can save, take a lot of points, but maybe white has chance to attack. But there is another option. Okay, the new option came after AlphaGo, after AI. Yeah. What is the new option, you guess? Option D.
Option D.
Uh-huh.
No, I should know. I should know. There's a couple interesting points to me.
Mhm.
D2 stands out. B6 stands out.
Good.
So,
One
so
of them.
damage the black group right away.
HanHan.
Yeah.
Yeah. HanHan. This is the new option. Okay. So it means that when black just saves the group like that, white can HanHan directly. So when white stone was on the third line like this, then after this, there's no good continuation. White can only like jump, but it's nothing. But if you play like this one, you can just keep filling up the liberties and then just do things like that. Is it? So attack. So that's why this is quite powerful option. If black blocks it, therefore, then one option, if black is strong enough, white just blocks and negotiate like this. But this negotiation is better compared to this one. Okay, this damage is too big, but the other damage is okay, fine, acceptable, like this. That is one option. But in this case, since black's group is weak, white need to answer, but white answers this, which means that white doesn't play here to threat, but one line closer. Okay, so black peeps and HanHan, but still white can play like this one. Then black's corner. If it was here, then black has better living shape, but it is less than that, and white can give a direct pressure like this. So since this D is discovered, people don't mind much about this attach and jump, kick and jump anymore. Oh, directly?
Wow.
Don't need to enter
Okay,
directly.
placement. Is with 3-3, you can still make a ko in the corner.
Can save if black plays here, white can save like
Sure.
that. But black attaches, then white extend and then attach, or white can just attach or wedge. Okay, many things are possible like this.
But you think maybe the play on the bottom, or
Right, or
maybe
like this.
taking the nice shape on the right side.
To attack this group
A
first.
lot of options right now. and
Right,
White chooses.
answer, jump once and jump. So I think it's too
Early?
too early. It's not big. So it's fancy, but no. Okay. So unfortunately, I take more question from who is it? Yeah, Albertus Games.
Okay.
Black played this one, but no.
Hmm.
Maybe black also didn't like that white plays
These ideas. Yeah,
here
yeah.
to stabilize things.
Okay.
But
Well, we'll see what kind of resistance Tian Yu Chen can give Albert. Let's take a quick break and bring in. We have another host, Kat Maya is here
great.
to help you commentate. I will take a quick break. And we're back.
Mhm.
I'm joined by In-Seong Huang, 8 Dan from the European Go Federation. I'm Solomon Smialek, 3 Dan from the American Go Association. And we are looking at the top 3 or 4 boards of the
Right.
North American Masters Tournament.
Mhm.
Um,
So the first one, we already checked the first 3 games,
Mhm.
and I just, in the spare time, I checked what happened in the first board because it's,
yeah.
the most interesting game.
Yeah, will you catch me up? Black had the giant formation on the left side.
Right.
White was trying to figure
Exactly.
something out. And
Right. So we skipped the fourth one, but maybe after
Mhm.
just quick look here, and then we can go back to the first one,
Okay.
the fourth one that we haven't checked it yet. So
Ah.
we saw the game up to this one, and I counted, treat this case as pretty okay case for
Mhm.
white.
That White
It's
can really
because-
get some things done.
Right. What I did was that white can still go down quite simply, for instance. So when black saves this weakness, white can HanHan and then squeeze like
Ouch,
this.
yeah,
Must be
yeah,
okay.
yeah. The center
And-
triangle position.
Right. And in case black blocks here, white can still play like this and should be enough. Or black plays HanHan like this, so it's good enough for white. So in the actual game, what HanHan played was this one, still the strongest option.
It takes a liberty away.
Right. If black just connects, then white can HanHan, then black cannot block. So black need to play this one, and white got a chance to squeeze it. But black blocks, so therefore there's no squeeze. However, if black plays here, white can still atari and HanHan to let black wouldn't play this one. White can squeeze it.
Mhm.
So black plays this, exchanges, and then answer like this. Then I think it is quite good, result, because from this moment, white enters here to reduce, white made up to here.
Yeah, this
Okay.
was black's position, and now
Right.
most of it's destroyed.
Right. Black's this point is about
Mhm.
14 points, and it's all gone. So
but
from-
if this was my game, my opponent would cut me immediately.
Here, like this. Yeah, possible.
Yeah.
But white brings the group out, so it should be no
Mhm.
problem.
Mhm.
So as long as this white group is out, I can say that white succeed in raising this black's nice influence. But instead, what Eric played was this one after one exchange. Okay, so black blocks, so it turns to the case that white already exchanges this one.
I thought he was. Yeah.
White may play like this one too, but white already exchanged it in the game. So that's why there is no option to abandon these 3 stones. If white abandon it, black takes it, then big problem came, because this group is cut like that. So that's why white chose the option to save it. This is the game. And then extend once and then jump to save through like first line, second line like this. But it doesn't look like, working option, right? But white tried. I need to extend, push once, and answer here. Okay, black plays HanHan before black saves. Black may just save it. Black just take that 4. But before black plays HanHan to exchanges, and then up to exchange here, and then black blocked. I believe that it is quite okay result for black.
So at the end of all of this, white got a small improvement of his corner while
Mhm.
reducing black on the top.
Right.
But
Later,
then put a whole bunch of
Right, white can
prisoners
play,
inside.
right. White can play this one to squeeze it to get this point. So this is why it's, profit white can get it. So white got that 4, but I think it is quite okay for black. The black just
Mhm.
totally get this
No,
whole
that's
area.
consolidated. Yeah.
Right. So I can say that after this fight, black takes the lead. So here and black came. So you see that I believe the black is leading. So instead of just entering directly, black is just saying that you take points, I win.
This game,
So-
black is
Black is
yeah.
favorable. So that's why black plays this. So when we see this kind of move, we can guess that how the players think about the game. Is it? So when black plays this one, if white doesn't answer just like that, but let's say white tries something, attach and HanHan, let's say, then we can see that, okay, white treat this game as a difficult game like this. So in your game as well, when you play a game, you play as your opponent all of a sudden play like smooth move, then you should feel that, maybe I'm behind. Or opponent plays very aggressive move, then you feel that I'm leading the
He's
game,
behind,
so I should
yeah,
just
he's
cut him
desperate,
off
yeah.
like this. Okay. Anyway, I think up to here, because I think because of this one, if I just goes down here, then I would say it was okay for white. But because of this exchange, black blocked, then it worked. So I prefer this game for black.
Oh, that's
Okay.
super good. Just one.
And I
one-
just saw
one
that
unlucky exchange.
white left only 9 minutes.
Black
While
44
black left
minutes.
44. So
Wow. So,
Eric took some time to, to come over this, crisis. I prefer.
some serious time pressure.
Okay.
It's
I
very
prefer
soon.
black.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the fourth one that we haven't checked it. Okay.
Wild
Maybe we
fights.
can count already.
We're in endgame.
Let me count it a bit. White has 70 points plus Komi,
Mm-hmm.
and black has.
Well, the right side's quite large. The bottom and the top.
Oh, 78. So 70 plus Komi and 78, pretty close. And it was, when I checked, it was white's connection. So it's black to play, so black plays. So I think black is slightly ahead by just, first looking. Okay, I believe that black is a bit better. Let's check from the beginning what happened, what brought this case to them.
Okay. And this will be good because we had an amateur look at this tournament, at this matchup earlier. We looked at a few of the moves, but it'll be
Okay.
interesting to see what strike jumps out to you.
Okay. Let's see. Yu Tong Xiao and Xiao Yi Bian's game, is it? Both, 6 and 7 down. That one, it is, it is considered as a little bit better result for white because this black's one stone must be here. Then it is like ideal position. Okay. It's
Perhaps
too,
a little too
too
tight.
narrow. So when white plays this one, normally black connects it, let white jump and then tenuki to play the first move. It's like spending on extra move here. It's a bit too slack. So I would say it's good for white. I prefer white. Okay. One exchange, extension, approach. This approach is also this as a little bit slack move. Nowadays, attach comes, but it's connected to the ladder. So that's why I didn't. Okay. Jump and block. Okay. In the past, we considered this as like a mistake because,
bit
you
heavy
got the
about
head
to
of 2
get-
stones ahead. But nowadays it is not. Extend, connection, and connection. Okay, everything looks fine and gentle. Jump. Okay. If I were white, I don't like this kind of moves. If I were white, I would have attached it and attach.
Sort of settle right away.
Right, exchanges and then try to enter this area to bother, or at least don't exchange. So I open this case like that. Don't like to have this jump, which is no point move, but give the corner. But I suppose white treat this game as okay game. So that's why he didn't mind giving that kind of point. That doesn't help much. Black connects it, and it looks like the good one, elephant's eye. Always tempting to play, right? But after this one, black answers, no continuation. Then I would like to move this one stone to this one. If I can choose between these two, I would choose this. This one, this, I prefer that. So I wouldn't do. White and close, okay, black pushed. Okay, exchange. Black answer. Black normally answers like this. So if black answers this, then white attaches in center. So this one looks like a mistake. So white exchanges. Okay. Hane, Atari, Tiger Mouse, extend, and then tenuki. I would do. Okay. White played here. And black answered. Okay, then the same. Is there any other option that black can bother? I think black can even cut and extend. Even though there is a cut that white could bring the group out like that, I think black can just endure. It's quite painful. But black just answered. Okay, so quite a good exchange for white. White takes center.
It seems
Narrow, right? But this area, there is some aji that black can try like this. So in case white comes, white need to, then black cuts once and then bother this area. just imagine that there's no stone, then black can attach like this to use it. So that's why white was pretty cautious. I think it's pretty reasonable. Or else, why need to come close to this, but there's no good option. For instance, white should play like this one or here to make to erase this area more. But then this area gets thinner. Exchanges and go down here, and then black uses this kind of move to look for cut. Then it seems that black can use it. That's why white was pretty cautious here. Black cut once to eliminate the aji, but use this HanHan for free. Okay.
And that's going to give him some additional leverage against the
Right.
white group. Yeah.
That one, I can just connect, but okay. Painful. Oh, this was painful. It's like push and then white connects it.
Yeah.
Because it turns to like that. White connect eventually. So like this and this. Oh, okay. So compared to the first board or second, we see more sort of questionable moves. That push also.
Well, I think now that white is enclosed, white has to make eyes.
But white can. If I place like this one, then it's just
It's
okay.
settled.
It is settled. So don't need to push because white should jump. White should jump to
Making this
erase more.
exchange,
Right.
yeah.
So if I jump, let's say if this happens up to here, black gonna have 1 point up to the line 3, but instead of this one, white pushed. So white gonna play this later. Then it's 5. So 4 more. White has 1 more, so it's 3 points damage. White doesn't need to have that exchange. The 3 points may change the result. It was pretty close, isn't it? Okay, Tanuki. Black played HanHan. Because in case white Tanuki now, then I suppose black can cut and extend. Then white has only 1 eye here. Okay, that's why black played. Therefore, white need to save. So I did save it. Okay.
But this black wall is. Oh.
But white can erase. So white has this area.
White has 3
And
corners.
that too, right. So it's 10, 13, 23 plus this.
I think we looked at it at this turn before black's move it, and it just it said even.
Who?
The estimation was even result, but in my feeling is that black has so much potential. The points in the middle game will be for black.
Okay, my intuition is different. I feel that white should be comfortable. White has so many points. Let me count it.
I'm getting some trash talk from across the room.
Okay, so white has about
Taking you
60.
out, I'm taking over.
65 points, including Komi. 10, 14, 24, 25, 35, 6, 8, 48, 51. Black has about 50 plus this potential. But potential, black has.
It's a lot of potential.
But white too. I mean, white this area is not
The
counted.
top,
Top area. So, but I prefer. I would feel more comfortable for white. Okay. So it is like after this one, I believe that is clearly better for white. And then here, no problem, jump, and here, I don't like it.
Suddenly, black is back in the game.
But I think it's still okay because after this one, black just answered. So white takes center to play this one. So at that point, I felt that wow, it's good for white. But after here, I push and white answered here in the game. Like this. Is it? That happened. So after this one, black clears up this area in center. So I felt that quite okay. And black uses this, and white has this exchange. That bad exchange, clear 3 points damage. So after that, it looks like the game that black chased. Okay, so up to here, but still, I mean, I cannot count correctly in this broadcasting, so I should only follow the feeling that who made more, critical mistakes like that. But by the game story, I feel it should be okay for white. But okay. So I treat this case as okay for white and check this game. I played that. Looks a bit soft, but okay. So it is like if HanHan was sent there, why place this? White doesn't need to. But is this HanHan working? That's the problem. Black plays this, then there's no way. Extension also black can blow. Okay. Jump. If I jumped, why shouldn't exchange this? Because why should extend here to collect points? No reason to exchange this. This is also point damage. So you see that white all of a sudden it is like white jumped, let's say, then black plays this one, tenuki, and then white plays this, and then let's black play here. That doesn't make sense. Okay. So that is a clear mistake.
Yeah, this morning Stephanie Ann was talking about the reverse analysis, going to the final position and asking.
That one is called tewari in Japanese
Tewari.
term. Okay, you see the same case with different paths. Okay? So you know what the mistakes are. Okay, white touch it once and then answer to prevent this. Okay. So, yeah. Why should maybe just answer here? This. Okay, fine. I cannot check all the moves, which doesn't meet my expectation. Okay, HanHan here, Atari HanHan. That looks quite. Okay for both. I think black made like minimum territory and white just managed it well. And take center. Taking center is even more important. But does white need this? White doesn't need it. This is like out of topic. Since white's group is connected, this one is too small. I had to keep looking for making big endgame points. HanHan is quite big. Did black play that? Black played this. Because black doesn't.
My feeling is still that black's potential is coming.
I think it's because
into...
of this. Why can you rage like this? It's kind of reverse center. But definitely, I can say that this one stone is kind of wasted since it isn't big. So I'd extend. This kind of stuff. This is a lot bigger than this. It's a 10-point worth move. So I suppose that's why the game become quite okay for white, black. Black's attach. Why can HanHan and then Atari? So I can squeeze it like this. Then black gonna have only 2 points up to Q line. Is it 2.5? But instead of 2.5, this happened. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points, 2.5, 5 points. But here there's no big difference. Is it 2.5? 1, 2.5. No, I couldn't get that many here. So this is also a bit of point damage. This
Better to just HanHan at 0.19?
Just HanHan.
Simple.
White answers. Then there's only
Play-
2 points
play
difference
also.
compared to this. So it is like having 2 points end
2
game.
point gote.
Right. Here, then black can cut. Then this comes, and this is about the same. Okay, so it's a 2 point end game. But 2 point end game must be smaller. Like playing here, it's quite big. Okay? So black should have played this one to erase. So this is also not right. And connection. How big is this connection? You guess.
Let's see. White takes 3 points. Black takes 1 point.
Black doesn't need to take it right away.
Okay, yeah, so
But this one is considered
so
as a
white will
little
get
bit.
5 points
No.
for white.
5 is maximum because
Oh.
white captures, white connects, then white has 5 points. So it should be less than 5. Black has capturing possibility. So this one is considered as a little bit less than 4. So if there is this end game and there's another 4 point end game, you better go to the 4 point end game. So it means that blue wasn't center. Black should have played like this one. This is reverse center 3. Okay? Otherwise, white can take this. So for instance, this one also black had to exchange because white can take this, which white didn't. Okay, white had to. This is 1, 2, 3. Reverse center.
And what about maybe just a 1 point push at B9? Is it worth taking.
Oh, this one is
With
also
black?
quite good because
just-
otherwise, why can it connect?
Mhm.
So push is also quite big. Okay, so there are some endgame mistakes. Cut is only 2 points. Taking this, so push to attach like this is a lot bigger. Okay. Oh, so okay, I see. Endgame part. Oh, this is also not really big. Okay, with push and connection, it's 2 points as well. 2 points because black gonna connect here 2. So even 1. Oh, even 1 because even if white doesn't play, black cannot block because there will be this one to kill. Okay, so eventually black can only play like this one, but in fact black need to play on another move. So there will be only 2 points, but that 2 points turns to attach and connection, or even white had to exchange. So if black connects here, let's say, because white already exchanges, then 2 points become 1. It's only 1 point. 1 point move. But black connects here, so it's a bit the same. White plays and connect. Oh. In the endgame part, I see many more mistakes than before. And white connects it. Oh. But I suppose the game must be still a little bit better for cross. Oh.
Wow, surprising.
This one, if it is not working, it's just 2 points damage. There were too many.
So
Why?
a lot of reversals.
Maybe white misunderstood that white plays this and then this one is working, but it is not. It's just answer, then
White
there's
can't,
nothing.
White can't approach.
Right, so it's just the 2 points damage. Oh, okay, so game must be good for black, I can say. but still, no. Okay, we can see.
Yeah.
No, the game is this. So you see that black connects there because black knows that there's no problem.
We can.
Okay, squares mate.
Let's
okay.
do it.
Hmm?
Black comfortably.
Comfortably ahead. Okay. So definitely white made more mistakes in the end game stage. But before start was better for white. Okay, you can say that. Okay, so let's move to maybe first just quick look. So you see that when black plays this one, white did not just answer but played this, and then black came, white moved it, and then attach to make things a bit complicated.
Yeah, this is good, I think.
Yeah, white tries to get a chance.
Has a chance, yeah.
But I think still the game is okay for black though, because white got a chance, but it doesn't mean that white got something yet. Okay, anyway, I still prefer black. I did not count it. Maybe I should do just once. 20. White has about a bit less than 30 points on the upper left area. And the lower side, 10, 40, 43. So call me 50 plus lower right area, which I would give about 15. So white has about 65. And black has.
Black has about 70 on the left.
Oh, great. Good estimations.
A while to
bit
count,
less than 70, I would give it, but 70. And the right side must be about less than 10. So 80 black may expect. Then the white has 65, including because the game is okay for black. Okay, this area was just too big, 70, right? So why shouldn't give this?
Yeah, that
I had to
one-
attack it from the other side.
Opportunity, to punish that empty triangle. As a white had the chance.
Okay. Let's go to the second one.
Let's
it
see
was
if Alan can
Alan Wang
hold
and,
on with black on board too.
Okay. Up to this one I checked, I remember. Up to this one. After here, I treat this as a mistake. White enters. And white
White
plays
had the
here.
mistake in the upper right. So
Exchanges.
black thinks this game is over, right?
White connects, exchanges. White still doesn't care about the 5 stones. Okay. Tiger mouse, exchanges. White cares about the middle. Okay, so white was afraid that black can wedge here, I suppose. like this one, and there is an actual cut, okay, the whole group. So that's why I play this one. So black gonna lose some point. White gonna lose some points on the top, but still fine. Oh, white cross attach it, capture once, and then come back. Clamp is working. It is. Okay, this area was pretty thin. In fact, during the break, I had some time to check this. So with this position, I counted who's leading the game. My counting was that the point was about the same on the board, maybe a bit better for black. I mean, on the board, including Komi. Let me count it again. I forgot. Yeah, not much to count.
easy
White
to
has
count.
about
White has a dozen
30
in the top left,
right.
15 on the bottom, another
White has
10 on the
about
right.
about 40 points, including Komi. But black had about that. On the top, the biggest. About 45, including the cutting.
Yeah.
Possibly, we can say that this cut is cente. Then black should have more. Okay, black can expect about 50. So including 40, so black is leading about 10 points. But the problem is that this area is thick. Black has this, weak group, which isn't safe. White too, but that one and that one, especially that area was pretty unclear area that I believe that white can do something. And eventually, okay, this clamp is working. So I can get lots of points in this area. Not the whole group, because even though I cut here, black still can cut, so that won't die. So maybe what would just play here to let black connect and tenuki. Okay, then white can expect about 10.
Now a move around J6 for both looks very, very juicy.
Yep. So up to here, white can still bother this part to force black to connect. Okay, moving it. It's himself. Okay, so I believe that the game is favorable for white. And connection must be quite big to save 5 stones now. Okay. Okay, so this game, it was not bad for black before black plays this. But black wastes the turn, so white got a chance to attack and take the initiative. So still, this one, black played at the move 90 to attack, but up to like 100, 40, 50, no one cares about it. So it was definitely out of topic. Okay, now let's move to the third one.
Right.
We can just briefly, so game moved to this one. Okay, well, I played that. And the third one, Albert Yan and Hyun-Mi Chen. We should check from the bottom area. The black played this. HanHan once. Black connect. White attaches. Black still can save, but it will bother the other group. Okay. Okay. There is one interesting variation. In general, there's no exchange. So let's remove this move like this. So in this position, let's say white doesn't play this HanHan. It's white's turn. Okay, let's say it is white's turn. Can white block here to kill this black's group?
Oh, well, there's a problem at C4.
Yes, C4. But when black
maybe
plays C4, white connects it. Maybe cut. And what can white do?
3 liberties to 3 liberties. So B2?
B2, yes.
Oh.
This is called the belly attachment technique, right? So when white plays here, then white can win. Okay. Therefore, instead of this one, where should black go?
Black needs to HanHan at D2 first.
Okay. This case, it's a bit different. Okay, white blocks it. If black cuts, does black save this weakness?
If the belly attachment doesn't work.
Yeah, but still works, is it? Because
no.
it's just one exchange.
Okay.
So no big deal. Therefore, instead of this one, to play more in a stylish way, black should play this one. Protect the belly, even though it is so ugly shape. Then when white connects it, black can save it. Okay? And when white plays this one, black can cut. So okay, now your belly is protected, so you have full,
Mhm.
liberties, so you can win it. So this is the one that I knew, but it was already like 2000, I don't know, 17, 18, like that. I went to Germany and I met one of my students
Mhm.
who is around like 11, 12 years old. And then I explained this already in the lecture online. And he said, teacher, actually, why can make call there? I mean, when black plays here, there is a way that I can make the call. And I said, no, kids.
No, it's not possible.
Life is not working like what you think. So it is not working, I said. But yeah, I can show. And then he showed, and then yeah, it was. No way. So can you find it? Can anyone find it? Maybe you can ask it. Maybe some of you already know because I already showed this. And I got to know that and shared it in the 2019 Go Congress, in European Go Congress, because I got that idea in 2018, late, so I got it. I shared it, and none of the pros attended in that lecture, in that Congress, European Congress, didn't know about that. Didn't know.
Interesting.
Maybe I should ask to Kim
Ji
Ji-seok, whether he knows it.
We can ask the chat. Maybe the chat
Yeah, so I
can
asked
surprise
if
us.
anyone can detect
Find
the move that Y can make the
white
call.
to make ko in the
Mhm.
bottom left. I think it has to be. It has to be a touching move
Mhm.
because both players have 4 liberties. So
It's hard to remember. James Sedgwick. I see.
Ah.
I can recognize some names.
okay, we have
How are
the
you?
president of the
Canadian Go
Mhm.
Association is doing a lot of things for Canadian Go. I mean,
Still hard
Canadian
to
pros,
remember. Yeah.
they make the Canadian pros, right?
Mhm.
North American
Mhm,
pros
mhm,
and his
mhm.
engage it. And there will be a camp, Canadian Go camp, which
Ah.
I wanted to be there, but not this year, sadly. But it seems like very Canadian way camp. So if you are interested, you can check the details. Got a B1.
Well, both the 2-1 points
Yeah,
have been
A2.
proposed.
Yeah, okay.
A2 is my instinct.
Yeah, A2 is the
Yeah.
one. You look so strange that you attach where, But let's say, black cut, then what to do?
Well, now black still has 3 liberties, and I am white. I
Fine.
have 4.
Right, but if
So-
white just goes down, black cut here, still okay. Because why need to do like this kind of stuff, but black plays here, or this one also belong and capture. So no, still fine. Or instead, white connects, then black just still can save.
No, so I think you have to C1. Seems like the
C1.
vital point.
You can try.
Can I try?
Yeah. Then black gonna block at B1.
Oh no.
Then you still need an answer. Otherwise, black can HanHan at D2 to take it. Okay. So for instance, white plays black can HanHan, or white connects black HanHan. So I need to play this one. Then black cut. So still black can take it.
It reverts. C1 is no good.
Okay. Anyway, the right move after this is jump. The usual jump on the first line. So if black cuts and white plays this one to endure this as call. Okay. And if black attaches, white still connects it, and then this. Still call. No way to avoid. So that is working.
Nice,
if black cuts,
nice.
then white plays this one. Okay, working. So attach, block, and jump. That is the one. Okay. So it was quite interesting, right? But in this case, because black has this exchange, this would never come. Black has an advantage, right? Black saves, white bothers it.
Saves another corner. But I think white was ahead. I think.
Yeah, I think still. Oh, white got this one too. So you see that black saved it, but white got a chance to threat this. So already broke all this area plus taking this. So I think white should be still ahead. I did not check much, but upper left corner is the biggest one that white need to play, or black. But white need to save this middle group. White gonna play around here to save. Black gonna take it. But even if black takes that, I believe that the game is
Maybe.
okay.
Something like this.
Yes. Let me count it. Uh, 42.
For black.
Mhm.
Mhm.
White is close to 50 even. Okay, so I don't think that black has a chance. 50 means that there is no komi, no komi, with not including komi. So I can say that white is leading. White pushes here in order to capture and have the
Good
second
endgame,
connection.
Very good endgame.
So then white can even tenuki to play this one. And let's see, if I place this, then white is winning like 20 points on the board. Okay. White would maybe go for it. Even though black played that, still white can HanHan at S12 to make the connection. So white has first connection and the second connection in the middle. So it means that white doesn't need to play an extra move and can take this D18.
Well, the last big.
Let's see.
The last big
Let's
move.
see whether white plays that or not. Mhm. The Canadian camp is sold out. Wow, they are popular. Okay. So after seeing the last
James
move,
Sedgwick says, yes, that he recalls seeing the code, but still hard to remember. Well, if a 6-down, Canadian 6-down can't remember it, what hope do I have?
Okay. But okay, maybe we can come back. Maybe,
Okay.
Albert, yes,
Yeah.
Albert did it. So I can say that Albert gonna win this game. Okay, the fourth one. Fourth one was Eric and Alan Wang, is it? No, it was not.
Yes, and I think
No, it was different.
Board
Are they
2
still
was
playing?
Alan and
Alan.
Chen, and Alan has one.
Black one.
Yeah.
Okay. Black won the game after this. It's like Eric. Who is
Eric versus Alan. Oh, Alec, I apologize.
There's
We're
maybe
getting some
another.
mixed messages here. Eric
Okay.
was defeated by Alan this morning.
Okay. About another game. So black won by
Yes,
10
yes.
points this fourth game. Okay, so we checked. The third one,
Albert
it should be over
has in
soon.
hand.
And this one is still running, is it? So we don't know. Okay. And the first one, let's check whether something remarkable things happened. I push, exchanges.
What did Eric come up with?
Black can
against
easily
HanHan
save on the
here?
top.
Maybe a way into the territory here? But at what cost? What did he have to give up?
So black saves this area clearly and collects some points. And instead, white enters this area. But I believe that the game is still favorable for black.
There's only so much damage.
Okay. The good point for black is that black just cleared up this area like 100%. So that is good. This part is a bit suspicious that there could be something that white can bother.
Well, help us out, chat. Something on the right side.
Somewhere around there.
Something
Everyone
around
can pointing out somewhere like
S14, S13. Maybe a belly attachment.
belly attachment.
Yeah.
You got some, insight.
Yeah. There's poison chocolate in the
Yeah.
belly. We brought some for you.
I have one.
Promise there's no you choose.
No, you didn't put.
There's
Maybe
I
I need to
promise
check.
only a little bit of poison.
Right. Okay. Let's see. But don't see it clearly. Of course, the place where we can easily see is this one.
That's a vital point.
One vital point. But black can play here, so there's no big deal. Even if I cut, black can answer, or S15, also black just connects it.
Black just connects.
Connects it.
Simple connection.
Connection.
Simple.
Doesn't change
so
anything.
simple, so easy.
Right. So this would have the same result even if I attach it like this. Is it the same? So there's no big deal. So if it is not working, it means that it is not working. Simple,
That's it.
right?
That is very simple. Very circular.
Yeah, there is a way that I can, of course, attach to squeeze it.
Yeah.
but that is only for like squeezing. Like this, and block. But no big deal. Only I can just clear up this outside.
It's a lot of good go threats.
Mm.
I think I would squeeze like that on principle,
Mm.
just to make my opponent play the ugly shape.
But no, I can play here.
That has a good relationship to the R.
Black block, so I
R9
can
stone.
cut. Looks black can
attach.
squeeze it, so I can cut and then take this part.
So retake the corner, but
Right.
then maybe some damage
Yes.
on the right
So
side.
after this one, black cannot block, it means. Black can only play this one. If this happens, not bad, but white can maybe be greedy a little bit further,
Push one time.
like
Push
extension, and then look for cut. Possible. I can like attach now. So connect and then play this one works. So black need to wedge or connect, but white cuts to take it. Then black's group is not perfectly safe,
Yeah, this is looking
even after
promising.
taking it. So after
And
like
white with
this
some
one,
very good influence on the outside.
if there is no weakness, white can even go down here. In this case, okay, black can play here to make this a seki. Okay. But anyway, this kind of stuff, I can aim it. Cut not working. I can play here. Like even if I place this, black plays here to save. So I can only attach. So when to attach? White attaches now first and then do it to let black play here and connect. Maybe
seems
this is
pretty
a
big.
good.
Seems
Maybe
big.
after here below, white attaches now in this timing. Connect and white cut. Okay, so this kind of stuff, I can aim it. So I need to play this kind of stuff. Okay, black play knight move and then here. Okay, good. Black is just keeping,
Yeah, just attack
the right
sort of
direction.
indirectly attacking the,
Right.
the white stones
White-
in the middle.
white
Force them back to somewhere.
Right. White broke this, but black also
Yeah.
coming
Now
to
my
white
black
area.
has access to the right side.
Okay.
And all the things we looked at for white, it's not fast enough.
Yes, it is. So white answers. It's pretty thin, so black gonna punish this, and okay, should be fine. Still should be fine for
Yeah,
black.
it looks like HanHan is going to end the day still
Right.
undefeated.
Undefeated for like 20 some games, right?
Yeah, I think 26, 27
last year.
I believe it was, I don't recall. The last time
Seven in last year's Masters.
a lot, almost 30 games.
Okay.
Would you ever play in the
Okay.
Masters tournament?
Good question.
Can you enter as a
always want to.
competitor?
Before I getting too old, you know.
Yeah. While you're still sharp.
Right. I want to do it, but it's more and more difficult to do. I feel that okay, next year I would have would come with less work, less burden, so maybe I can do. And then year after, let's do it. But especially for this time, the U.S. Congress started 3 weeks earlier. So
And we were right after the Canadian Go Congress. So
Okay.
maybe just 1 week. So I think even a lot of players who competed in that one and said it's too much to
Okay.
back to back.
Okay. But the thing is that my online school, is still running. So I need to handle that too. So it's quite tough to do it. And before joining the tournament, I want to train it myself.
Yeah, I have the same feeling.
Because the strength, in my level, the strength is not really like the ability. It is more like how sharp you are. So you need to make the right shape. Okay. So even if you're a good player, you just sleep and then wake up and then go out for do some exercise, then you won't do well. You need to have some preparations. Yes, I want to do it. Maybe I should do it some in Europe and then come back with a good shape. So yeah, I used to be a good, very active player in Europe as well. So I joined lots of tournaments, and therefore I got the first rank title, because I got many games and get ratings over there. But time goes by, I got family, daughter, so I start joining it less and less, and then I more dedicate to on teaching. And I like it.
And
I
I'm
like
sure your
it.
students appreciate it, and their results speak for themselves. Your students
Yes.
have had some
Yes,
very
I
impressive
just,
results.
Before
in
I
this
coming
tournament.
here, I went to the cafeteria for having a dinner, and I went there with one person who won 5 games so far in Open. I knew, but one guy came, hey, and then he sit, and I asked that he is still winning 5 games, so 2 5-win games, and then one more came. So, oh, what about you? 4-1. Oh, 14-1. All of you. So okay, I took a photo and shared it. Okay, I think this game is good for white. But before white plays this one, okay, why should have exchanged this kind of stuff and do it? When I saw this, I felt okay, and the book, like
That's a
this.
couple points.
That is quite big, damage. So I could have exchanged this, but like uses
This
this
is
as like
what we call a double center.
reverse. Oh,
Double center?
kind of reverse center because black Satar is not clearly centered because white Tanuki.
White
Mhm.
Okay.
White cannot answer because it's too painful. So psychologically
It's like,
reverse center, technically double center like this. And black started call because black believes that the game is tight. So black wanted to do it. There are quite many.
White will have to answer eventually.
Now, if I answer back like this, then no problem, but black collects some points. If I connect it, black can cut to do the call, but it's quite risky call for
This is
white.
heavy, yeah.
But it's also risky for black because if I connect, white can kill. So I believe that eventually white can still connect and do it. Then in case there's no big damage on white side, let me count it again. White has about 50 points and black has. Black has only about less than 50. When white's 50 was on the board. So, white steps back. Is it? No, this is not the game. No, white did. So I think white counted and believed that, I'm leading by enough points to play like this. I believe that
B11, I would really like if I was black.
B11?
B11.
Connecting.
Yeah.
It's big. But I think capture is bigger. This one is it's center. I need to answer, and it makes another black attaches like this, then black can still enter. So this capture is so big. So I think why shouldn't do? Why need to afraid this so much? And black has some, but cut here. Why can even cut? Isn't it? Don't need to do it even. White has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So many liberties.
A lot of liberties.
Right, can do it. So white doesn't need to step back. That is a mistake. But black need to answer. Right, black need an answer, so white can come back and no problem. Okay. So I think white could have played that call as well. It's not even a call. Okay, I'm too weak. Okay, so if I connect, black gonna connect here. So force white to answer, then black may get a chance. So that's why white just want to
the
make
endurance,
things simple.
the physical shape,
Right.
Especially today. I think this is the first day the players have had to play 2 games in one day.
That's tough.
So even us commentating on it, the night's getting late. So we are making mistakes. The players must also be just very exhausted.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
White connected. So I think the game is quite okay for white now. Great. Okay, so I think most of the games we can say, this game, I suppose it is over. No, it is not. Is black still playing?
Albert is...
There's no big change. I think we can say that white is winning this game. The third one, Albert gonna win. The fourth board, HanHan is still in favor. Okay, and the second one, white. Ingji Shen gonna win. Okay, good. I think people can just keep watching the games, but we can go to sleep.
I think, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will call it there for our coverage,
Mhm.
and we'll be back with Chris Garlick to
Mhm.
wrap up and tell you about tomorrow's events. We've got some more exciting coverage coming.
The final, right? Tomorrow. And I do it again,
Mhm.
right? In the
Oh,
morning.
I hope so. Yeah.
Okay,
we'll be right back tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock
Yeah, right.
Eastern, with the games, and then
Mhm.
our coverage will begin around 10 a.m.
Great. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Solomon. Mhm.
right, welcome back, folks. Chris and Saul for a quick wrap up, and before Saul's
before I
brain
fall
completely
asleep.
leak out of your ears. I felt so bad for you. That's hard.
Well,
Four
Well,
games,
the pro's fresh, and
I
he's
know.
jumping between
It's-
games. I'm like, what?
he also the pro knows when he's like, "We're done. I'm going to bed." So I was like, "Whatever." Some really interesting games, but the key thing is Eric had a shot.
He did.
And I think pretty much we've got Department of Todd checking on this, but HanHan notches a 6th win today. Now, I know he got 7 last year at the Masters. He's got 6, so he's got 13 on his way to. And I think Todd is going to check all the math once we get all the results in. But
If he drops the game tomorrow, can he lose on tiebreakers?
that is the
Yeah.
question. Todd, do you
Could
do you have an opinion on that? The question from Saul, and anybody else can weigh in here. So the question on Saul, and I want to come back, Aldrich's got a comment there, is if the unlikely possibility that HanHan drops round 7 tomorrow, which I'm going to say is like, I wouldn't take that bet in a billion years, but if he drops it, is there any mathematical possibility? Because he's going to be 6-0. So if he lost, he'd be 6-1. Nobody else is going to be 6-1. I think the best anybody else can do is what, 5-2 maybe.
No, I mean if one of our 4-game winners for tonight
Wins tonight and wins tomorrow.
wins and then wins Saturday,
Okay.
that could be 6-1.
So here's the deal. We will, as soon as these games wrap, Todd's getting them in, and usgo.org, and somewhere there's a link to the League Go results. I'm trying to get that up at the top of the homepage right now. We will have those results in the standings, and then we will also have an e-journal story that will explain all of this that Todd and I will write. So we will try and figure out what the deal is. So this Saul's question is right on target because
can Alan take it tomorrow? If HanHan drops a game, there could be a big upset.
Right. So we will see. But I mean, we have to say that at this point, it looks pretty good for HanHan to repeat.
I asked Ryan this morning what Eric's chances were, and he said 99-1.
99-1.
That HanHan would defeat Eric. And I asked him if I could take those odds and bet $20. I'm glad I didn't. But
There's still lots of possibilities.
he said, even if we were to bet, I would still 99-1.
So that would make
So it's
14 if HanHan wins tomorrow. Would make 14 straight Masters wins, which I'd have to go back and check the records. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember back. Jay Lee won a couple of years running. He might not have dropped any games. He had quite a run there. I think there's some other folks. I don't know. This is certainly approaching record territory. The other thing I think we need to start thinking about is, and I don't think we're going to know until we run the numbers when the round is done, who else is in the position to place. I mean, Eric, obviously, though he's now got 2 losses, so that kind of opens. He has $5,000
still in place. So second and third podium is still important. We're going to have those games for you tomorrow. Coverage starting at the game starting at 9, coverage starting at 10.
And that'll be our final round. So you'll want to tune in for that your Saturday morning. Aldrich was talking about the second game of the Gose, which I had actually tried to get Michael Redmond to do commentary with us today, and he was like, he has to do the commentary for the Gose, and I'm like, okay.
I don't know.
I don't understand. He chose the Gose over us, Go figure. So anyway. So hope you enjoyed all of the commentary this week. Saul, thanks for doing such yeoman's work, keeping up with everybody and good humor and hanging in there.
It's great getting the pro analysis on these games and having them explain the new AI innovations. Really kind of brings these ideas to life rather than getting it in a dry lecture format. Seeing them in an actual game live really helps cement those concepts. I love it.
Definitely. And just before we go, just a reminder that there is a whole team working on here. Of course, Devin back there doing something or other with
We've got Devin Fraser and Katmai.
and Katmai jumped in and has been doing terrific work. Of course, Eva
and
D doing terrific work. So really appreciate all that. And our game recorders. We can't forget our game reporters.
We've got Ginger, we've got Brian Kirby, we've got
Chao Zhang, is that right? And then Bart Jacob jumped in.
yeah, today. Bart
Notice
Jacob
the
was there.
high
That's why we had
percentage,
those
the high
before.
percentage of pickleballers. Just saying. So I was threatening
Still need to give me a paddling.
I think we're going to bring the paddles tomorrow morning and do a little pickleball paddle kind of thing there. Devin probably won't let us do that to protect it. But I was thinking that, we'd play tennis and pickleball every day at 4. I was thinking I should get the Masters competitors out there. Actually, who came out today? He comments for us from Chicago. I'm having a late Friday. Anyway, one of the Masters players came out. I'll remember. Anyway, I think it would be good to get them out running around rather than all that sitting there, Or they could play it and then run around and play the game. That's like the chess, remember the chess boxing
some
thing?
kind of relay, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think these games are going to be over soon. Hang in and watch those, and we'll see everybody at bright and early at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So, Devin, are we good to check out here? We're good? All right, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.